Hey YouTube, Gamer2K1 here. This video is actually a response to an open tag made by Dan Van Dam. For those who don't know who he is, his channel, Worth Your Universe HD. I'll put a link in the description. But if you're a part of the community of gamers on YouTube, odds are you know who he is. So, he asked, what is your favorite NES game? I'm holding mine right here, purposely not showing the label. But you might, if you know me well enough, even if you don't, you might have a guess as to what this game is. As it's something with a gold label, which anyone who knows anything about NES games should well know that a gold label on the back means that it has a save battery in it. So, this game right here, I was introduced to this game about my 10th birthday. I got it as a birthday present from a neighbor. Knew I loved games, gave it to me. I grew to love this game. Got about maybe a little under halfway through on my first playthrough, and it had a misfortune of the save battery going out. Well, no, it didn't go out. It still works, but somehow my file got erased. Really, it pissed me off. I've had a hard time. So, I fell in love with this game. I've played it and beaten it several times. In fact, I've played a lot of the games in the series. Might give you a little hint as to what I'm talking about. Series. I've played almost every game in the series, except for maybe spin-offs and a few other things. Yeah, if you haven't gotten it by now, it's Final Fantasy. This is my favorite NES game. It got me into RPGs, it got me into a lot. And a lot of great moments with this game. I love it, I love it, I love it. A little obvious if you notice my YouTube channel name, N1FF Fan. Many great moments. Many great moments. It is a wonderful adventure, and definitely one I would suggest to anyone who plays RPGs or loves great stories. Now granted, for an NES game, you don't expect much of a story, and that's pretty much par for the course. Now there are of course downsides to this game, and I'll be the first to admit them. Okay, maybe not, but a lot of fans of Final Fantasy 1 know a lot of the problems of this game. A lot of the problems. Well, for one, like any NES game with a save battery, the save will mess up on you occasionally. Maybe even go out completely and you have to replace the battery. I haven't had to do that yet, though it's been a while since I've actually played this. A lot of times recently I've actually been playing the PS1 version on Final Fantasy Origins, which I feel is a much better version. Removed a lot of the flaws that this game has. A lot of people complain about the frequency of random battles and the lack of save points. Well, those are no problem. That's just something you gotta get used to when playing these old RPGs. My problem My main problems actually are the lack of space for you to hold your inventory, like weapons and shields, as each character can only hold 4 weapons and 4 pieces of armor each. You can't like have a separate inventory for all that stuff. Buying items is rather tedious. You can only buy 1 item at a time. So let's say you want to buy potions. Let's see. Buy potion. Yes, buy potion. Yes, buy potion. Yes. And then you want to buy antidotes. Buy down antidotes. Yes, buy down antidotes. Yes, buy down antidotes. I actually sat there once and went and bought 99 potions and 99 antidotes to keep myself stocked up, because, well, that's kind of what you have to do in RPGs sometimes, is keep yourself well stocked. And it's like, please, just give me the option. And thankfully that was one of the things fixed in the later versions. I don't like, though, what they've been doing to the new versions. They've changed the magic system and added new dungeons. Well, that's all good and well, adding new items and everything, but just give me an enhanced version of the original, like the PS1 version is. You know, when the PSP version came out, I had hope. Maybe they actually did something right and went back to the old system. No, they didn't. They kept the new system. And why not just put 2 versions of the game on one format? That way you can choose, Final Fantasy II, it's no big deal. There's not much they've changed about that. They've just added a new story for after you beat the game. But the game changes completely with Final Fantasy I. I like the changes they made in the PS1 version. The ability to actually have an actual inventory of which you can keep many different items. I could have even lived with the Final Fantasy II inventory system in Final Fantasy I. But, well, what more can I say? It's a good game. Got flaws. Every NES game has flaws. Every video game in general has flaws. But this was definitely one of the great games on the NES. Worth picking up for anybody who loves RPGs. And maybe even to some who just are curious. And I dropped my game. Good thing it didn't fall far. So anyways, until next time, I'm out of here.